Hey, Brian from Snake Bites. You know, in the past we've talked about breeding snakes, we've even showed you how they lay eggs, but now we're talking about hatching snakes here. This episode is dedicated to baby snakes and how we set them up here. You're watching Snake Bites. For a reptile breeder, the coolest time of the year is definitely hatching snakes, and we are hardcore in the middle of it right now. We're hatching up to 1,000 baby colubrids per day. I'm going to show you some of the stuff that's hatched today. Here's the first box. This is actually, all these boxes are hatching out here. Let's see what we have in here. We actually have some little hognose snakes. And you can see that some of them are actually out of the egg already, and some of their heads are just now pipped out. Again, there's tons of boxes here just with eggs, and these are all just starting to hatch, so it's really cool to see just all the different colors. Again, here's a corn snake clutch that has a bunch of different colors in it. It's got lavender corns, it's got snow corns, it's got black corns, got a whole bunch of neat stuff. And again, you can just see how cool all these babies are. Just a bunch of neat little babies. We got to get these all set up in the next day or so. You know, that's all Lori's job. She's got a lot of work ahead of her, trust me. You can see on top of these cages is all these stacks. We've got to go through them every day to see what ends up hatching. Let's see what's in this stack of eggs. Looks like we have some charcoal corns, some hypo motleys, and some crimson corns in this clutch. So in this box, we actually have blizzard corns. We actually have some blizzards, we have some albinos, and we have some normals that are het for blizzard. Again, a lot of different colors from one clutch, and that's what you get a lot of times when you breed corn snakes. This one's got crimson corns, Miami phase corns, some albino reverse oketees. Pretty neat little clutch, and we have some eggs that haven't even hatched yet in this clutch, so they'll be on the next day or two. Here's a clutch, a big clutch actually, of ghost corn snakes. Basically what ghost corns are aneurystic corns that are also hypomelanistic, and there's also some snow corns mixed in here too, which is not unusual at all when you have corn snakes to have a bunch of different things kind of pop up unexpectedly.
Guess what, two crew members and Snake Bites fans? We're coming to Reptile Radio. It's not going to be a Brian Henry show where you talk about hemipines for 2 hours. It's going to be in-your-face Q&A. Tell them what we're going to do, Cal.
We're going to smoke these calling boards. Everybody call in. If I got to be up late, so do you. Everybody call in. Any questions you have, personal, about snakes, whatever you want to know, we'll answer them truthfully, I promise.
Trav, tell them where to find us.
Tune in Saturday, August 16th, 2008 at midnight at blogtalkradio.com/reptileradio.
You guys better call in. If I got to stay up late,
Yeah.
so do you. Any questions, anything personal about snakes, we'll answer them.
This has been a clutch I've been really excited about. It's a hognose project. We have the only ones that are in the United States right now. It's called a caramel albino hognose, and sure enough, we have a bunch of really cool babies that just hatch out. I'm really excited about this project, and I know everyone that's into hognose is too. Okay, and on to some tricolors. We actually have some Pueblo milk snakes just hatching right now, and we'll go ahead and show you how cool they are. And there's actually one with its head popping out. You guys can see what it's like just before they hatch. In this box, we have our first albino tricolors hatching for the year, and I love albino tricolors. They remind me of little candy cane snakes, and these are actually albino Hondurans. They're not out of the egg yet, but their heads are sticking out. They're going to be out probably in the next day or two, and I just can't wait to see how cool these things are going to look. There's actually albino striped corns, there's butter striped corns, snow striped corns, a caramel striped corn, caramels, albinos, snows, and butters, and even a couple normal caramels in here. It's a pretty good variety of animals in this clutch. Here we have some desert kings. These are actually called splendidas, and they're actually really cool. They're black with like a bunch of yellow, and they're really kind of polymorphic, so a lot of different ones. You can have lots of yellow, and some have very little yellow, but really cool looking animals. What we have here is actually albino gray rat snakes. There's not too many of these in the country. They're kind of a newer type of animal, and I really like gray rats, so the albinos are even cooler. And this is basically what they look like, and we have a whole clutch here hatched. This is a cool clutch because this actually has something that's called an opal striped corn. You know, it's not really super rare, but for us it's really kind of a neat animal. It's one of my favorites because they're really pink. So this one actually has some opals in it, and it has, sure enough, the kind of jewel that we're looking for, which is the opal striped corn right here.
Wow, that's a lot of baby snakes. And now a word from our sponsor.
Hey Cal, my dad doesn't have this cool snake.
He doesn't even have any of these either.
If he had these, I'd buy them.
Hey guys, what's going on? Kel, why are you guys so quiet up here?
Dude, we've been reading these magazines, and you don't have half in here, man.
Let me see this.
Listen, Boo-Boo, don't get mad at us. Maybe you should read more Reptile magazine.
Reptile Magazine does not share the views and opinions of SnakeBytesTV. Reptile Magazine is in no way affiliated with SnakeBytesTV.
Hey guys, Kel here. I know everybody's so interested in what Brian's breeding is here, what he's going to come up with. In about a month, we're going to have an episode strictly on baby ball pythons, so don't worry. But for now, we're going to take a look at what Brian's got so far this year. I mean, it's not much, but it's just a little dabble into what he's going to have. Brian was showing you that he bred a pinstripe to a champagne. Now let's see what he got out of that clutch. Actually, he did get a champagne pinstripe, which we call a champin. This is it right here. This is the one we got. Beautiful snake. He also got some champagnes out of the clutch. Right here. Normal champagne. And of course he got a bunch of his trademark pinstripes out of that. So you know, chances are you won't get a champagne, but he lucked out and got it this year. Here's a couple more hatchlings that Brian's got so far. These are spider het carms. We got a lesser right here, an albino, and as you can see, he just started filling this wall. Eventually all these racks will be full of snakes. All these baby snakes we get to take care of. I mean, he's got fires already, mojaves, pinstripes, new fires. I mean, he's got basically everything started. It's going to be a lot of work. We'll take care of it.
This week on Product Review, we're going to go ahead and look at the Pro Exotics Temp Gun. I tell you what, we've been using these things for a while and they're not that expensive. It's great. Like if you want to measure the temperature of a hot spot of a cage, you just point it at it within about 6 or 8 inches and there you have it. This one is 89.5 degrees and the front of the cage is 86 degrees. Gives you a great way of doing things. And I tell you what, you know us, we do our grade scale 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 not being so good. I got to really give this about a 9 or a 10 because this is a really handy item. If you don't have one, you need to pick one up.
Snake myths, fact or fiction?
Hey Brian, is it true that if you hold a lemon in front of a snake, that snake won't strike at you?
You know, I've heard this, and the theory behind it is the sourness of the lemon actually causes a snake to not strike. But you know what? I think the only way we're going to be able to prove it or disprove it is to put this one to the test.
Let's do it.
Is that enough?
That's enough, I think we're first.
Thanks a lot, hen dog.
So what do you think, Cal?
Shoes is an idiot, and that's definitely fiction.
That's fiction.
Fiction!
So there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of our hatchling snakes as much as we enjoyed producing them. Make sure you guys tune into Reptile Radio this Saturday, August 16th, 2008 at midnight to check out my crew.